Today is also the feast of Saint Eustochia Calafato. She was the daughter of Count Bernardo and Countess Macaldo, Sicilian nobles and wealthy merchants. Legend said she was born in a stable because her mother had received a vision directing her there. Raised and educated by her pious mother, the girl felt drawn to religious life from an early age. Eustochia received her own vision. So her mother got a vision, then she got a vision. The image of Christ crucified. The experience led her to join the Poor Clare convent in Santa Maria. Against the wishes of the rest of her family, her brothers threatened to burn down the convent, and Smeralda returned home. So, wait a minute. Eustochia. Okay, these saints often have like 4 or 5 names or 6 names. I don't know why that is, but she's also known as Smeralda Colonna, as well as Eustochia Montevirgem, Eustochia of Messina, Eustochia Calafato, Eustochia Calafato de Messina. So she's got all these different names associated with her. From the picture, it looks like she's incorrupt. So, Smeralda, her brothers threatened to burn down the convent, and Smeralda returned home. However, seeing the girl's true devotion and desire, they relented, and she returned to the convent, taking her vows and the name Eustochia. Well, if my name was Smeralda, I'd probably take Eustochia also, so I guess that makes sense. Noted for self-imposed penances and austerities. Believing her convent it says lacked sufficient discipline, but I believe it means lacked sufficient discipline, she joined the Reformed Poor Clares community at Santa Maria Accomodata in 1457. A community whose discipline was so severe that the local Franciscan priests refused to say Mass there, fearing they were encouraging impious excesses. She was soon joined there by a blood sister and a niece, and by 1463, the group relocated to Monte del Vergine. She was elected abbess in 1464, noted for her devotion to the Blessed Sacrament and to the poor in the area. Local people considered her their patron and protector, the cloister a place of refuge, and especially during the earthquakes that rocked the area. So they looked for her protection. She was born Good Friday in 1434 and died January 20th, 1491 in Messina, Italy. Messina, Sicily, Italy, it says. I would just say Italy. Sicily, sorry, excuse me. Let's see what else. Let's go ahead and read this. Learning assiduously in school of Christ crucified, so remember she was devoted to Christ crucified, she grew in knowledge of him, and this is from the Pope John Paul II in his homily of the canonization of Eustochia. And she was canonized in 1988. She grew in her knowledge of him and meditating on the splendid mysteries of grace. She conceived a faithful love for him. This is Pope John Paul II speaking. For our saint, the cloister life was not a mere flight from the world in order to take refuge in God. Through the severe criticism which she imposed upon herself, she certainly wanted to be united to Christ, gradually eliminating whatever in her, as in every human, was fallen. At the same time, she felt unified to all. From her cell in the monastery of Montevergine, she extended her prayer and the value of her penances to the whole world in such a way she wanted to be near to each brother and sister, alleviate every suffering, and ask pardon for the sins of all. Pope John Paul II in his homily at the canonization of Saint Eustochia. So let's ask Saint Eustochia, Blessed Ursula Hayter, and Saint Sebastian to pray for us, and let's continue to pray for the souls in purgatory.